Pow wow, yo, yippee, yay, guys. Part number 37. I'm super excited to be with you guys today. As always, we'll dive into the love of the community. Then we'll talk about what's happening on the SwissBorg network with the Borg pumping, with a lot of the contests happening, with the market going into now seasons, with new alpha deals and new things coming on the SwissBorg app, and some more great news to happen before the keynote, which is happening 7 days from now. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus, proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. Quick reminder of for people that have the incidents of the kiln attack of last week. We will be communicating already through emails to those who had the 1% of the people that got, unfortunately, their funds stolen from that. There's some good process happening on essentially getting back these funds, and SwissBorg is really working on a great solution to be able to compensate this loss. So your emails will be the best way. If not, if you're in the Pegasus whatsoever, relationship managers have already called you, and we're making the best to make sure that you have the best experience within the SwissBorg network. And these things do take time, so please bear with us. Let's talk about some fun. The BORG Sport Challenge brought to the highest peak right now. We were at 26, went to 35 cents. A massive pump that's happened. A lot of people bringing more faith to this. And our challenge has a great way to do that. With that beautiful slam dunk, that heavyweighter, that boxing killing the bear market, the Roger Federer of BORG, the Michael Jordan, the skiers, the all-time high jumping, the beyond BORG, which is really cool. There's just a lot of different things here. I don't know which one should be chosen, but I really realized that playing golf on the moon is a great one. Flying around the world, the BORG Pong, that's a really fun one. Hulk Hogan, for me, it's the best. The Hulk Hogan is really the one I like the most, because for those who maybe don't know, probably no one knows, I was a big fan as a kid with my brother Alex. We used to play all the time, WWF. It was what it was, but we were like these massive fans of all these crazy guys, and this one I really like. This one, it makes me really laugh. Not that I'm any fan of WWF today. Probably has brought WWF into UFC. Maybe that's why I'm a UFC fan. Borg Phelps and many more. A lot of football. I'm not the biggest fan of sweeping the path of that one, but I love the wrestling one of Switzerland. People don't realize this. Switzerland is one of our national sports. Obviously, it's ice hockey. But another very good sport as well is this, it's like wrestling, that we throw people in the sand, and the one who wins has to nicely pick the guy up and then take off the sand from his back to show how Swiss people are very humble, even when you win or if you lose, right? It's beautiful. I love definitely the skateboarding one, the surfing, which is fantastic. And again, pick the winner, guys. What was a winner for you? Well, the community has voted, and the winner is all-time high. The poll bringing SwissBorg to directly $10. The congratulations to François Giron. We will send you this through DM. So good job, François. Now let's talk about the market. Where are we heading? Is the market going to boom or not? So we know it's always the same thing. High rates, a little bull. Low rates, massive bull, right? That's what thing is. It's just normal. You're able to borrow money at any costs, at a lower cost, and then invest into real estate, stocks, and whatever you want, and consume more and more. And the market is very American driven, and people live on leverage over there, and that's what it is. What we know is that tomorrow, Powell is going to decide how we're going to be able to go into this craziness or not. There's a small part of me that still believes that the 50 basis points seems a lot of cutting the rates. I believe probably lower 25 basis points or not cut at all. That has been my gut feeling, because everyone has been, he's going to be cut rates, and he hasn't. And the reason he's not doing that, I think he wants to be remembered as the guy who was able to actually go through a full cycle of his entire Fed chair and not cut rates or just very small amounts and be able to actually make still the America work. And I don't think he's a big fan of Trump. But if you flip the other side of what's happening macro is the Americans have to reinvest into their debt. They tried to do it on the public market. That hasn't done. So what is going to be done is now as crypto is the new narrative. The new narrative on that is how do you bring the 30 trillion of debt into crypto? And I think so that's what's the whole plan. If you Liberty Financials, all of that, all these are going to be plugging essentially USDC. And this is a new way to farm and create essentially infinite supply of US dollars and how you're able to leverage these different money market funds through that. So how do you pay debts? It's essentially by creating new USDC or USDT or USDG or PayPal, USD or whatever the thousands of different other ones that will bring these trillion markets to that. And then how you could reinvest this in stocks and all that. So I think so this is really where all the money is going to be made. And this is why I think that potentially the rates they're not going to cut right off today. But there'll be injection of liquidity through stable coins and through other things going forward. Trump wants to be remembered as the man that saved the biggest amount of people, that helped everyone. He's the one who did the biggest tax break in his first elections. He's the one who did the biggest stimulus package of reinjection of liquidity for Mr. Everyone during COVID time. And I think so he's trying to play this at the same time, but through essentially crypto. And that's why he's been like massively into this, and he's positioned himself extremely well. And the entire government is playing this in a very subtle, smart way. So good news for us. However, no short term tomorrow, not too sure what's going to happen. But here we see from the investment team that there's a strong, not the investment team of Goldman Sachs, that we will most probably be able to cut rates in a more steady way, so throughout the next year, and that will bring us only to 3%, which now is 4.5%. This seems like something that makes sense. I think so that wouldn't make sense because inflation is not high, which means you could cut rates a bit eventually, but I don't think they want jobless claims is a little bit higher, but it's not that bad. It's not like we're facing a doom scenario right now. The two plays is crypto and AI, we know that, and tech in general. And I don't think, overall business are doing great, but the last two is the one creating this crazy market, and the Americans are extremely well positioned on it. So that's why I don't think we need such aggressive rate cuts as people believe into it. So now let's talk about altcoin season index. It went bananas, and obviously this has been doing very well. That means that other coins are outperforming Bitcoin, and the interest is going around this, which is very, very interesting about altcoin season. It's definitely a different one because we have all these different companies such as MicroStrategy, or recently the one for Solana, where people are investing in stocks that are buying essentially these crypto. But the great thing is that we see that a lot of money is going from Bitcoin to essentially other different tokens as well. So it's not only new fresh money coming from institutional going into these new different type of companies that are having Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Solana behind it. It's actually rotation within the crypto sector too. So this is where it feels very interesting. And what we could see right here is the current market total cap is 1.6 trillion of total assets, and this could easily triple up in this current season. So this is where things could go bananas, and we know very well that Bitcoin is where you secure your generation wealth, but the best way to jump towards a massive change of generation wealth is with your satellite, the core satellite approach, right? And these guys, you have to trade them. You have to be really good at looking which one would make sense, not make sense. But anything that is out of Bitcoin, you should not only buy and hold. I think you need to DCA in, DCA out. You need to trade it. There's a lot of different ways to play this. Where the Bitcoin, I think so, it's still an easier way just to go in and in and in. and eventually take some profit too. But you know, it's you're able to less trade it. So let's look at Bitcoin returns. September is always a shitty month. So far, it's doing well though. Then it's BORGtober, right? October is BORGtober, not Pumptober. So this is going to be a fantastic month, as most of the time. This could always change, right? You know, it's not because every year it repeats the same thing, but in some way there is some magnitude of, for whatever reason, things that happen. So now BTC, as we were saying right now, tomorrow is the big time. If it's not 50 basis points, there's probably going to be a correction, and we could see, you know, most probably the support at 107,000, I would say, and that could happen, and it can even go down to a little bit lower if there's no confidence. But then I think Pumptober is going to be amazing, and if they got 50 basis points, I think so things are going to rally quite nicely. And not everything is priced in. Same for Ethereum, though obviously Ethereum will pump more or will dump more. And last but not least, the BORG formation is fantastic. We're seeing right now that within the SwissBorg app, the small fishes are just leaving. Like people that are in the profit or slightly almost to break even, they're just leaving the boat. And there's few people, for whatever reason, it is what it is. Maybe they need to cash out. Maybe they don't want to be in BORG. But you're seeing a lot of big fish, dolphins, and whales accumulating. And these are always the times where you feel like, okay, these guys are positioning their bets onto BORG because they understand the out season is coming. They understand the big keynote is happening next week with the huge announcements there. We know as well that, essentially the market is helping as well. So you really have those three different things, which is fundamental on the BORG token economics that will have a big reveal next week. You have as well the alt season and the market pumping. And last but not least, sorry, forgot that one. We have as well essentially the whole business continuity, the roadmap that will strengthen even more the BORG could really happen in a very good way. So people have a lot of hope right now, which is fantastic. Some shaky hands are leaving, and some diamond hands that are going to do that, have done that in 2020, that have done that in 2021, are coming back. Some new, obviously, as well. A lot of people are just positioning themselves to really get the big difference. And these people are, you know, looking for 5x, 10x type of returns, and they're doing it in a very smart way. I think this is something that is really nice, and chapeau to those people that have faith. So on the BORG metrics, or the BORG verse, we saw that this last week, it's been a lot about Nozana. It's been a lot about Pump, which is now doing their streaming platform, which is creating content. Ether is pumping extremely well, but BORG as well. So this is a very good week for all of us. Zenko Trading Contest. You could get up to $10,000 worth of BORG through that. So you need to make a single trade, or at least $50 in value of Zenko to qualify to a virtual draw ticket. So you need to essentially trade Zenko, buy it, sell it. You need to do that is that each ticket represents one entry to the prize draw. There is prizes of $1,500 of BORG, one at $1,000, $500, $100. There's 50 of those, and there's 100 of 20 BORG. We're going to do more and more trading, which is very important because we strongly believe that, especially for Zenko and all type of tokens that are not Bitcoin, it's very good to play with the markets, right? You need to buy and have an exit strategy, buy back, go an exit strategy, and really encourage people to trade on these different tokens, because if you just buy and hold, there's a very strong chance that you're going to be the liquidity of the next person. Hub, couldn't be more excited to have that, and let's start it right away with the video. So the next opportunity of Hub is happening on SwissBorg. You just saw the video, how cool that was. So what is Hub? Essentially, it's a decentralized network that enables coders that want to get the best data sets in the cheapest and the cleanest way possible. It's a good way for people to essentially that want to run different tests or whatsoever to be able to essentially, crunch the data in the best way possible. And this is a great thing because obviously AI it's a growing thing. It enables as well if you want to essentially process some data and it's really complicated and you don't have the right machines, they could do it as well. So it has this AI hub for people to be able to, like financial modeling or whatever you want to do, to be used on this. It's a good thing because you could do that as of course on ChatGPT and other different things, but here it's really your own data sets. It's GDPR compliant and all that. So this is definitely something that makes a lot of sense. The team itself, it's based in the US in Palo Alto, so these guys are smart people, all that, which is really good. The other thing that we could see here is that it delivers refined real-time web data such as text, images, audio, video to AI builders as well. So it's not only for the pure data itself, it looks on other different things as well, this is definitely a big thing. What will grow with time, because as we know, using AI for financial modeling, algorithms, all that is great, but for everyone as well going forward, this could be something that's fantastic too. So this is why I think the hub team could really deliver well in terms of essential backing and token economics. A lot is making sense here, which is really good. They're not too greedy, which is fantastic. If you look now at the opportunity here is to buy hub before the TG, right? So the alpha deal will really enable you to participate before this. If you buy high tokens, start as low as 19 million of FDV, you'll be 5% will be released at the TG, and then you have essentially 6 months that will enable you to have a cliff, and then 12 months vestings as well. So it is more for a long-term plan. But you'll be able to at least unlock 5% right away during the TG. It was going to happen very soon. The different vaults are as this. They're happening today. It goes from pre-seed, diamond, to essentially the public one. The difference is that obviously with the diamond, right now you're going to be able to go to $7,500 and FTV is 19 million. Where the seed one, public one, is at 35 million. So these are essentially different vaults that we have: diamond, gold, silver, bronze, and public. And this is based on your rank, which premium tier you are. Let's talk about the BORG now. The BORG is doing very well. We've had, though, a few people that have canceled it, a little bit more than average. 252 people that left the app, and only 126 that have essentially new ones, 38 that have upgraded, and 23 that have downgraded. So the downgrade upgrade is pretty much as normal. I would say the cancellation is a little bit more than let's say average, but the good thing is 25% uptick. So we're seeing this rotation of hands of holders, some capitulate for other reasons, and some new people that are refilling, or some new people coming in as well, which is great. Last week we had quite a nice activity, which was 71 million of total volume, assets over 2.1 billion, which is great, and KYC 1,000. So we're still not at the magic number, which is 3,000 for the huge bull market, but 1,054 is not too bad. We have lost a little bit more than average, $7 million of people, $7 million of people that some cashed out, and some people will remove their funds from SwissBorg app. QBT index was a good week for sure, but though the previous week was already quite high, so the BORG going well, volume doing a little bit better, BORG holders pretty much there, invitations still not great, and app activity and social a little bit less. So please like this video, guys, and comment and share. Last but not least, BORG season is coming. And we will have next week the English version that is going to be done on live. It's going to happen at 4:30, and it's going to be on YouTube like always. And then we're going to have the next BORG keynote in French, and this will be in Lausanne. So you're more than happy to come meet you in Gotham, original place. It's for those who remember. It's going to be in French, and this one's going to be, obviously, is going to be done live as well. So you'll be able to see it. But the best way is to actually come to Lausanne. I hope you guys are going to see you. I'm going to be there, obviously, and many people from the team. And it is reserved for the BORG Top 1000. The invites are already there. So hope you're top 1000, because I know a lot of people were not happy and wrote me, and you know who I'm talking about. There's 3 people who wrote me on Twitter. I'm like, well, I'm sure we're gonna figure it out. Well, we have now a bigger room. The BORG Top 1000 are able to come there, and if we by Monday night, if there's more space, then we'll open up to more people. But obviously, we want to reserve this to the top 1000 to start with. Last but not least, the Keynote community quests. Dan is really pushing this in a great way. 5 random people will earn $300 of BORG. So just create some crazy things around this. As you guys know, we already did it. What is going to be the big reveal next week? There's a lot of cool things going to be happening next week, but we're only going to focus on one, which is BORG, 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 BORG. And that's it. Beautiful BORGers, fantastic week for us. This is a huge win, and we're going to get used to winning more and more, because we need to get to where we want to be, which is financial freedom. There's been a lot of changes and updates regarding the team. There's a lot of things that is happening behind the scenes of really trying to work more and more on how to offer better trading solutions and be able to be the #1 and best app for the new active wealth management that we believe what it is, which is not just buy and hold and not do anything, but to be a sporty person and be able to actively manage your funds, or let SwissBorg actively manage your funds if you don't want to do so. So this is really what's happening right now. Obviously, the BORG is really the main thing on the agenda that we really want to show you guys very soon. I couldn't be more excited than that. I think there's many other things that is as well being cooked, and I couldn't be more excited than to see you guys next week. As always, be healthy, be wealthy. Love our BORG iniquity. Take care, guys. Much love. Bye.
Pow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, pow wow.